Hello, loves. This is Magigoddess. Welcome to Emps, a Health Matters program. First segment is emotional, second, mental, third, physical, and fourth, spiritual. Now, remember, health first, always. For the emotional segment, we're going to pick an emotion and the best ways to express it. For the mental, we're going to give you an affirmation to tell yourself every time you look in the mirror that day. For third, the physical is we're picking an exercise for you to do. Do 20 reps. If you can only do less, that's okay. Just do the best you can. Remember to eat well, rest well, and hydrate well, always. And for the spiritual segment, we're going to take that moment for what you wish for, what you want, and to be grateful for all that you have. So I've picked out something for you to be grateful for. Now, if you are wondering what this lovely pendulum is, we're going to hold this for the end of your reading to ask a yes or no question. So, if you haven't been with me before, all my loves know this trick. We say 1, 2, 3, which one is best for me? Actually, it's supposed to be which one's most true for me. So I guess you want to know which one is best for you. 1, 2, 3, which one is most true for me? And whichever one or ones your eyes land on is the one or ones for you. If you pick multiple ones, that just means you have multiple programs you could practice. Now, this program is intended for you to practice through the whole week, but we always rest on the weekends. If you consider Friday part of the weekend, that means it's only 4 days. For other people like me, I consider Friday not quite yet part of the weekend, so for me, I would practice it 5 days a week. Any other information you need to find out about this program, you can find down below in the description, or you can email me at magicgoddesstarot@gmail.com. So let's try our little trick together and say 1, 2, 3, which one is most true for me? All right, are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. I think I'll do this and leave these down here. You know, this one piece of hair keeps wanting to stay stuck to number 3. That's so weird. And number 3 wanted to go before number 2, so maybe number 3 needs some serious guidance. We'll find out. Welcome, number 1. Let's see what is in your Imps program. I think I'll do that. And that. There you go. You can see it. Okay. So, for this week, you'll be dealing with guilt. First off, what is guilt? It's an emotion that causes you to feel badly for something you feel, you think, or you've done. And the best way you can do this is, like, when you're dealing with this emotion, is if you've done something poorly to someone, you can apologize. And apologize to yourself for going against your own values or beliefs. However, if someone, say a narcissist, is trying to guilt trip you, like, let's say you've done like me, and yesterday I literally did practically 7 hours of yard work, and today I did 3. Now, I didn't have anyone guilt me into anything, but I guilted myself into saying, go grab those crab legs and eat them. They've been in the fridge a couple of days. You know you really want them, and they'll go bad. So, like, if you have someone who says to you, in another example, like, you've done yard work for 2 days straight and your body is sore and it's tired, and someone's like, well, I need you to go do this too. Tell them, I really need to rest my body. I really need to take care of it because otherwise I'm not going to do a very good job. Now, if this person still demands you to do that, you need to take this moment and say to this person, I've worked really hard and I've done my best, and you cannot make me feel guilty for wanting to take care of myself. This is my health. I only get one body, and if I don't take care of it, it will fall apart, and replacement parts are expensive, and I will not let you be the death of me. Now, that's kind of an extreme measure, but trust me when I say I've had people, when I've worked like a 12-hour shift every day, I no longer work those kind of jobs. Thank God. I grew some common sense, but there are people who literally still work 12-hour shifts every day. Not just because they need the money, but they just have been taught that mindset. So you just really need to ask yourself, why do you let someone else feel guilty? Or why do you make yourself feel guilty? Usually it stems from what you've been taught. A lot of times has to do with it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not good enough, they need more, right? That's what I was taught growing up. So I'm definitely still learning. And sometimes if I know I can do it, like today, I was like, well, I only did a few hours, only did 3 hours. Yeah, I'm kind of sore, I'm kind of tired, but I feel good enough to, crack, I said crab legs, crack crab legs, say that 3 times fast. And feel free to put a crab down below to laugh at me for being like, yeah, totally did like so many hours of yard work, but I still want to crack crab with my hands. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't get it out. It's too funny. So yeah. But my hands actually don't look too bad considering, like, yeah, they've been hard at work. And if you're curious, no, I'm still not done with all my yard work, but I am going to take a few days off because, like, I did take breaks and I did rest in between and I did eat, but I probably could have taken longer breaks. I just know my body and I'm kind of unbreakable after everything I've been through, so this is nothing. So don't be worried. If you're worried about me, well, thank you. I love you. I'm worried about you too. So don't guilt yourself into doing things that you know are against your values. And don't guilt yourself into doing things that are going to ultimately hurt you and stuff that you may not be able to recover from. Okay, so that's your emotional segment. Now for your mental, your affirmation. When you look into the mirror every day, these are cards I made. Affirm you, human spirit. I love my spirit. I love my human spirit. That is your affirmation to say into the mirror every day. I love that I have a beautiful spirit and a beautiful soul. And even if you don't feel like you do, you do. It's just someone taught you you didn't. And if you don't like something about yourself, guess what? You can change it. How do I know? I did it. I used to not like myself too. It's okay. You can learn to like yourself. In fact, I love myself so much now. It used to be like I never questioned whether or not to do crazy work or crazy damage to my body. And then I learned, why am I doing all this? I was conditioned into this. So I think one of the reasons I'm giving you all these personal examples is maybe you can relate to this. And that makes me really sad because it's kind of really sad and traumatic when people try and break our human spirit. So remind yourself, I have a strong human spirit and I'm brave and I'm proud of it. So say that for your affirmation every day when you look in the mirror this week. Does it have to be every single time when you look in the mirror? I don't know. How much do you believe it? If you feel like you can't say it, that means all the more reason to say it. And before you know it, when you look in the mirror, you'll just say it automatically. It's true. I used to not say, I love you when I look in the mirror, whether I was at my best, whether I was at my worst. And now I do it when I'm at my best and when I'm at my worst. And you know what? I feel freaking awesome. So that is your mental. That's your affirmation segment. Now for your physical, we got bent over row. Now what I recommend for this is as I said before, try and do 20 reps. Feel free to Google this. I already am doing one of these for TikTok, one for Insta, and one for YouTube. Like, I've decided from now on for all my posts, I'll try and post different content if I can. If I just am really crazy busy, I know I can't, so it'll kind of be like a repeat. But if you want to try different programs, go for it. But yeah, I just didn't want to take up so much time that I never get to sleep. Wow, you're really easygoing and easy to talk to. So I love you, number one. You're awesome. And even if you weren't easy to talk to, I'd still talk to you anyway. I can talk to anyone. I've literally had people like mean mug the hell out of me. And they may be mean mugging me, but like they'll help me do things. So I'll be like, thank you so much. You're so nice. And then they get like the biggest smile. Sometimes the meanest looking people are the nicest ones. So maybe you relate to that. I personally have a resting RBF, resting bitch face. So I always look like the world has forsaken me. But in reality, I'm just always like, I wonder what that cloud looks like. So it's kind of hilarious. Anyway, that's your physical segment. Bent over row. That's what's recommended to you. Don't think dirty. It's nothing dirty. In fact, I think it's actually pretty simple, but I'm pretty hardcore with my workouts, so I don't know. And if you don't feel like doing a bent over row, feel free to do my exercise and subliminal program. It's always less than 5 minutes, and for the most part, it's pretty easy exercises. If there's an exercise you can't do, skip it and keep doing the same one you've been doing, and then just move on to the next one. Or hell, walk fast in place. Everyone can do that, hopefully, and if you can't, I'm sorry, just move the best way you can. Do what you're capable of, and the more you do that, the more you realize you can do more than you realize. Hopefully that made sense to you. It made sense to me. So, that is the end of your physical segment. Now, for the spiritual. Now, what you should be grateful for. Healthy food. Let's take this moment and say, I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to eat food that nourishes my body. I am grateful for the food that nourishes my body. I'm grateful that I can make healthy choices to eat and make my body feel good so that I have enough energy for the day. Food equals energy, and it equals fuel. What you're putting in your body, that's going to affect you. Depending on what you eat, you'll notice that you feel more tired, or that you'll feel like more of a go-getter. Like, do I always eat good foods? No, but usually I'll eat them when I'm seriously PMSing and I seriously feel like boo-boo, and I know I'm not going to do anything anyway, and my body's like craving it like crazy, but I only eat a set amount because I know if I eat like too much, I really won't feel good. And I won't give you a list of all those foods because it's way too long, but like, yeah. Whereas if I eat like fruit with some honey mixed in, like, yeah, it's sweet and it's good for me, and they're like antioxidants, and honey's great for like inflammation. So I actually ate that as like a snack when I was doing all that yard work, and it gave me good energy. I didn't eat too much because if I eat too much, you guys, I'm one of those people that becomes a sloth, and I become permanently located to wherever it is I am. Sometimes I can just sit there for an hour and just, it feels so good. You know what I'm saying? So you could be like that too. So, now, take this moment, make a wish. Okay, now that you've made your wish, take this moment to ask a yes or no question with the pendulum. Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready? Okay, think of your question, and here is your answer. Now, if you notice it's moving around in a circle, that means yes. If you don't know how a pendulum works, It actually moves on its own. I actually don't have to move it. I'll show you. But it takes a lot of practice. And even if you don't believe me, that's okay. I know, because sometimes it says things I don't like. Don't get into pendulums unless you want to do telepathy with entities, though. And once you open that door, you cannot close it unless you do some crazy shenanigans. I am so grateful, thankful, and blessed that I have the spiritual family I have, and they teach me a lot. But I actually took a class on learning how pendulums work and everything. If you're curious about where that class is, it's actually free, and it's on a site called udemy.com. I don't remember the specific class, but it was like this really nice elderly lady, and she's talking about how she used it with her angels, and the best way to know whether or not the entity you're speaking to is harmful or hurtful is you ask a question that's false and you ask a question that's true that only you would know. And also you get a good feeling in your heart space, like if I do this and I say, show me love, I literally feel so much love in my heart space, and it goes crazy, and it's like, yes, 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 like the energy feels good. I can tell by the feeling of energy, but that's just because I'm an energy reader, healer, all that good stuff. I've been certified, so yeah. If you want to get into this, be careful. The only reason I'm explaining this to you in such lengthy detail is I can tell that you're curious and you might be interested in it, or maybe you already practice it. I don't know. But this is what I have for you. And number one, remember, health first, eat well, rest well, hydrate well. Many blessings. Thank you so much for all of your support. I love you, love, Magigoddess. I don't know why, but I had like 3 songs play in my head. And just said, oh, we're supposed to play back, huh? I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. I'm so silly, right? I think I'll do it like that. Do you like that? Yes. Welcome, number 2. So, you chose number 2. It's so funny, I try to open the envelope upside down. Some of you are like, did you look first? No, I didn't look first. I kind of would rather do it in live time, so I'm more connected, but, you know, sometimes divine timing will be like, I need you to wait longer, so maybe you know a bit about that kind of thing. I don't believe in time, but I do believe in divine timing, if that makes sense. It's like, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So maybe you're waiting on something. Okay, for your emotional segment. Okay, it's in order. We have shy. Shy, shy, shy. Oh my gosh, I got that song in my head. If I remember right, it's like a K-pop song where they go shy, 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 and it's like near their eyes or something. So you could like K-pop. When you're shy, best thing I can do to offer up that is why are you shy? Being shy sometimes comes from being insecure or afraid that people won't accept you. Or like you're scared, there's a fear. But here's the thing, if you spend so much time thinking about it instead of just doing it, I promise you, if you just do it, that shyness will be gone. Now, it may or may not turn into anxiety, but there are ways to deal with that too. But we're not talking about that right now. Right now, we're talking about being shy. So for this week, once every day, dare to do something you would normally be shy to do, whether it be talk to your crush, be like, you don't even have to be like, you're my crush, just say, hi, and see if they respond, and if they don't, get a new crush, because why crush on someone who gives you not even the time of day? Everyone's been there, everything's done that. You're literally giving your time, effort, energy to those who do not deserve it. So, rather than being afraid, be brave, be courageous. And how do you do that? You say, I'm awesome, and I'm amazing, and I love myself. And if they don't love me, that's okay. I love me. I got my back always. Or let's say you're shy when it comes to intimacy. It just might mean that like you're inexperienced with something. I picked up on that for some of you. Or like something happened that made you kind of afraid to do it. Maybe you had a bad experience. A lot of times being shy is either from not having experience, it's from fear. But I can honestly, really and truly say that I am a shy person. Usually I won't talk to someone unless they talk to me, but that's just because I don't want to say I'm not a people person. I'm just kind of an introvert. But the moment you start talking to me, I become an extrovert, and I'm a lot. Okay. And a lot of the reasons also I don't talk to some people is I don't like their energy. Like, I'll get an annoyed feeling and I'll be like, I was happy 5 minutes ago. This is not me. I know it's you. And that's not my problem. That's your problem. So I know not to talk to them. So maybe you get those kind of feelings, and just know that maybe sometimes you're a little shy because psychically you're connecting with someone, you're empathetic, and you're noticing certain things. Your instincts are telling you certain things. But don't let fear stop you from living your life, or you'll never feel alive. You'll never climb that mountain. You'll never go to the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, if you're afraid of water because you can't swim, it doesn't mean you can't sit on the sand and dip your toes in, the front part of the water. Trust me, I know. I used to like wave surf basically, and that's not like regular surfing. I did paddleboarding basically, kind of, the little kickboards or whatever. I would ride the waves. And one time a wave got me, and it was so crazy. It had me underwater for like a little while, and I was kind of sort of drowning. My parents are like, she'll figure it out. She'll be fine. Wasn't the first time, wouldn't be the last. That doesn't mean I had bad parents. It's like, she knows how to swim. She'll be fine. But the water had me. And I was just like, that's so crazy. But you know what? I still did it after that. Now, I will say I don't go into the ocean very far. The most I'll do is maybe ankle deep. But that's because I've stepped on things that have moved under my feet, and I'm like, no. And it like stung. I'm like, F this, I'm not doing this again. So that's okay. Yes, I'm shy. Yes, there's that fear, but I still get in the water, and maybe I'll step on something again. But you know what? Life is about the experiences and the moments, and I never forgot any of those. And I'm like, wow, I'm freaking cool for conquering that, Here I am, still standing. So look at it that way. Be like, I'm gonna be brave today. I'm gonna be confident today. I can do it. Even if you don't believe in you, I believe in you. So that's your emotional. Now for your mental. Your affirmation, your affirm for you. When you look in the mirror, be your best. Every day, when you look in the mirror, say, I choose to be my best self. And ask yourself, what would the best version of you do? And before you know it, if you practice it enough, you'll just do it naturally. I'm the best because I tried my best, and I love myself the best. So yeah, being my best self. Awesome. For your physical, glad. Oh, snap. You're probably one of my more experienced people. Okay, so if you don't know who Galad is, he's like foreign, he's on YouTube, and he does workout videos. And he is not for the weak. He has ones with weights, ones without. He has beginner, he has not. That man will work you and get you toned. And he'll mess with some of you know how they always have like the background people. He'll talk to them and like poke around with them, and he'll be like, it feels good, yeah, and you're like, yeah. But have I can't remember what ethnicity he is, but he's hilarious. I love his accent, and I love his beach workout videos. So check out Galad on YouTube. Try one of his videos, and just go for it. And just do the things you can, and the things you can't, skip that. Keep doing what you're comfortable with. And if you have never worked out at all, which I doubt it, or you wouldn't have gotten Galad, just walk fast in place until it's done. And then walk a little slow, to get your heart rate back down, and then rest. Simple as that. That way you're still moving your body, you're still getting exercise. And if you don't like any of those options and you literally hate working out, try my exercise and subliminal. It's literally a my dream body subliminal in the background with music. A lot of times you can't hear the subliminal. You might hear this, that, and the other, but that means, it's an actual subliminal. I've had people try and sell me subliminals, and I'm like, dude, this is not a subliminal. I can tell. One, it doesn't work, and two, you can't hear any kind of anything remotely related to subliminal. I say that because I've had people try and sell me fake products. I don't believe in that. But like I said, same rules apply. I have a stretch one. That one's pretty easy for the most part, except for the part where it doesn't matter. Anyway, just do what you're comfortable with. Here I am going in depth. I just have a lot of energy. But basically, you're ready to be your best self. Do the best that you can. Okay? Okay. So that's the end of your physical. Now, what to be grateful for? Seasons 64. Be grateful of the seasons that change. And remember, you too are like a season. You have spring where, you're blooming and you feel beautiful, right? And then you have winter where you feel cold and maybe detached. People have seasons too. This season for you is to live your best life, okay? So let's take this moment to say, I am grateful for all the different seasons in my life, whether it be me or that which is around me. And sometimes people are only around for a season. So let's take this moment now to make a wish. So make your wish. Okay. Now then, next we're going to use the pendulum. Ask a yes or no question. Think of your question. All right. And your answer is no. If you notice it going back and forth, that's a no. And that's a hard no also. Wow. I kind of feel like you already knew this was a no, if I'm quite honest. So this is what I have for you. Number 2, thank you so much for all of your love and all of your support. Many blessings. I love you. Love, Magigoddess. I'm hearing the most random songs after these readings. What are you guys putting in my head? What? Of the what? Of the what? Oh, I need to drink some water. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate you. I know I'm a goose. I forget. I know I put it behind me. I'm sorry. I put it here. It's not in the frame, is it? No. Okay. They can't see it. Not that it would matter. But yeah. Okay. Welcome, number 3. I don't know why number 3, but I'm getting a feeling like you stay for the in-between parts of people's readings just to see what their personality is, like. You'll hear me talk to things that aren't there. Well, other people can't see them. I can see them. Doesn't matter. It's my reality. I don't mind if I look a little bit like, what? You could do that too. I had this one person ask, did you just answer yourself? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to have an intelligent conversation right now, so why are you talking? And they went to insult me, so I just beat them to it. So if you ever want to just clap back at someone real quick, like, just remember that. Are you talking to yourself? Yes, I'm trying to have an intelligent conversation. Why are you speaking? I wasn't talking to you. Was I talking to you? No. Okay, thanks. Bye. A lot of times they'll be like, did you just call me? Well, you're questioning me. Why can't I question you? Oh, you got some haters. Now, I don't do this to everyone. Sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, it's the voices in my head. What's wrong with that? You don't have voices in your head? Anyway, you're fun, number 3, I can tell. Oh my god. Sorry for the TMI. Number 3. And sorry if I got a little aggressive with you just then. I feel like you can be a little aggressive sometimes. Usually I only say things if I feel like someone can handle it. I feel like number 3, you can be a little sassy too. You're the spicy ones. Oh yeah. I think we'd have a little bit too much fun though. Like, me and my sister we're real bad about that. We'll text each other and we'll just like say the craziest, most messed up things. But part of that's our childhood. It's not healthy. Okay, anyway. So, your emotion is happy. How best to display happiness is to smile the way you like to smile, whether it's on the inside or the outside. Oh my gosh, I just got another insult. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because I feel like this is your personality. Why don't you smile? Why don't you look like me? Why do I have to smile? You want to pay me? Pay me. Pay me for said smile. No, you don't want to pay? No smile for you. I don't know why I did the accent. I don't know why. Maybe you're like that. Maybe you do weird accents and you're quirky. I think you're quirky like me, number 3. Anyway, happiness. And how to best find happiness is to do something you love, like watch your favorite movie, read your favorite book, do your favorite activity. If it's something that takes 2 people, find a new activity. For some of you in the SEX department, might be your favorite activity. You can do that by yourself. Oh my god. Why do you guys keep giving me these innuendos for this person? Okay. I've literally had people say, like, I could fuck you or fuck you, and I've been like, no thanks. I can do it myself. And I'll probably do it better. And, you know, that's just for the F boys and the F girls out there. So if you need comebacks, I'm right here. I'm here all the time. But I try not to be that way, but it just depends on the person's energy. And your energy says happy pessimistic. So let's keep moving, shall we? Or I'll just keep going. I might keep going during your reading. Take a deep breath, Ashes. Take a deep breath. Okay. You like dark humor. I have it in me. It don't come out often. But when it does, I have a hard time stopping. Like, one of my parents was very critical, and I just learned it's better to laugh than to cry. So I just am like all the other comedians out there, and I make a joke to make it better. So you could be like that too. Like, I want to laugh right now. I don't want to cry. So let's turn this into crazy sarcasm. Let's do it. Okay. Now for your mental affirmation to tell yourself in the mirror every day, we have bring yourself peace. Now, I just made this, and I just made my own affirmation. So number 9 could be significant. You could say to yourself, I am so grateful to be at peace in this moment. I am so grateful I have the opportunity to choose peace. Or you could just look in the mirror, look at yourself and say, I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose my peace of mind over XYZ, whatever is happening. So that is your mental. Now for your physical, we have a bear crawl. Maybe you like bears. Feel free to Google this. Feel free to look it up. I already know all of these readings that they're going to take a while. I don't want this to take longer. I used to do the exercise in my other imps. If you don't feel like doing a bear crawl, if you don't feel like looking up the exercise and you think it's difficult, feel free to try out my exercise and subliminal program. It is literally a dream body subliminal with a subliminal. It programs your subconscious mind. It's basically music with affirmations in the background, and I always list all my affirmations, and I usually use my own music with it, just because I love my own music. That's why I made it. Honestly, I love all my songs. And my mom asked me the other day. She's like, "You don't get tired of your music?" And I'm like, "No. Why would I make something I could get tired of?" I'm one of those people who could literally listen to the same songs for like ever, and if I truly love them, it's always a classic. Like if I hear some Linkin Park, you best believe I'm gonna sing along. Maybe you love Linkin Park. You have those kind of vibes. Anyway, they're all really simple, and if you don't feel like doing the exercises, etc., if they're too difficult, walk fast in place, then eventually walk slowly to get your heart rate down, and then that's it, you're done. And they're all less than 5 minutes if you don't have a lot of time. I personally don't always want to take forever to work out. I used to do it for hours and hours, and sometimes it doesn't matter how long you do it. What matters is quality, not quantity. That is true in all forms of life. Like, do you want a cheap, gross, awful perfume, or do you want a smell good perfume that lasts for hours and it's like one spray and you're done? And you smell good. Whereas like you feel like you're taking a shower in it and it's still not working when you've been sweating like crazy. So that is for your physical. Now, what to be grateful for? Balanced emotions, number 20. Take this moment and say, I am so grateful that I have the power to balance my emotions, that I can take a moment, take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out, and calm myself and realize I have control over my emotions and I have control over me. Do I have control over everyone or everything else? No. But I am so grateful that I have the power. I have control, and I can learn discipline. Trust me, I've had to learn a whole lot of discipline because I used to be crazy emotional wreck. So this applies to me too. So now let's take a moment to make a wish. Okay, now think of a yes or no question from the pendulum, and got your question? Answer? Oh, you got a maybe. So if I had to guess, I would say your question involves free will, whether it be yours or someone else's. And maybe means it's not definite. And to me, those are always the best because that means it's going to be an interesting surprise. Sometimes you're not meant to know the answer. So this is what I have for you. Number 3, many blessings. Thank you so much for all of your love and all of your support. I appreciate it. I love you. Love, Magigoddess. Is the mic still on? I know I just charged it, but I don't know if I charged it properly. Yes, it's on. Congratulations. You've done it right. Oh, I've done it right. I know, I'm sorry. You're sideways. I apologize. Is that good enough? How about that? That's the best I can do. You accept. Okay, cool. Thank you for your cooperation. Welcome, number 4. Number 4, you feel like roses, beauty, and sunshine. Don't ask me why. Or maybe that's how you smell. You seem like the type who would smell good. I don't know why I'm getting all these downloads on you. I just am. Anyways, you seem lovely, darling. Simply lovely to me. And yet, for some reason, for your emotion, we have rage. King of Diamonds. So, as someone who used to have serious rage issues, that's why I have like a permanent crinkle in the middle of my forehead. When you see that on someone, when you see a wrinkle between their eyes, they either are thinking way too hard about something, which I've also done, or they have an extreme temper. Thankfully, I've learned to reel this in. First, when it comes to rage, ask yourself, actually, write down why you're feeling rage. Write down, I am enraged because, and ask yourself why it upsets you so much. Now, ask yourself, what makes me happy? Just flip the script on yourself. What can I do to make this situation better? And then ask yourself why that would make the situation better. Now, if you can't do that, there have been, I've taught myself to sometimes like pinch and count. Pinch and count. Because I couldn't tell you how many times someone would literally trigger the mother effing piss out of me, and it would be the stupidest thing ever. Like, I'm in a door and someone hops in front of me. They're in my personal space. How dare you? You know, and excuse you. You are in my way. I was here first, and it's like I can't control them. Why do I really care? I mean, if they need it that bad, for all I know, this is an emergency. Like, they really need it, and even if they don't, I have time. And even if I don't have time, it's okay. I can only control me. You can only control yourself. You can't control everything around you. So feel free to count. Counting's great. And picturing things to count, like silly things, like, for example, you could picture counting broken teacups. And you can make them funny shapes depending on your imagination. If you have really bad road rage, like myself, you can be like, what shape is that cloud in? I've actually taught this to my other friends who have road rage, and they actually are more interested in the clouds than driving at some points. Do this at a stoplight, though. Don't do this while you're driving. I don't believe in doing anything while you drive, text, whatever. Looking at directions, make sure you have like a GPS or whatever, but I feel you on those rage issues. I've actually had to go to therapy over it. There was once upon a time I almost punched myself. I have done that, but one time I almost punched my sister in the face, and I actually stopped mid punch because I was like, "Wait, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I trying to punch her? She's my sister, and I love her. If someone punched her, I would literally like want to kill them. So why am I doing this?" So that's when I realized I had a problem. It wasn't when I was rageful towards anyone else. It was the moment when it's like, "Oh shit, I love this person. What's wrong with me?" Granted, we were little evil trolls back then, but that was people grow up. I've grown up. And you can too. Yay! This may or may not enrage you. Where did you learn rage from? Who was your role model? Who taught you to deal with rage the way that you learned to deal with it? And who was the first person you ever saw become enraged? And have you noticed certain rageful people around you? Remember, the people that we're around do affect us. Who you hang around will become a part of your personality, whether you want to or not. It's kind of like you get trained to be that way. Like, if all you ever hang out with is trash bags, eventually you're going to smell like a trash bag. You're going to look like a trash bag. You're going to think trash bag thoughts. Okay? Not trying to call you a trash bag, but, Emotions are like that. If you stuff it in a trash bag, it will explode. Same thing happens to you. You could be someone who lets all the small things build up till you can't take it anymore and you explode. And a lot of times, like, you think it's for no reason, but the truth is you're just taught to suppress your emotions, and then you're like, well, no one cares anyway, but that's so not true. I care. So if you ever need help, ever need tips, tricks, whatever, email me, magigoddesstarot@gmail.com. If you don't feel like putting it in the comments and talking about your problems to the entire world. I'm a pretty open book. I'll answer any question you ask, unless I can tell that you have bad intentions, and then I'll give you a funny answer. Ask me how I know. Anyways, moving on to your mental affirmation to say in the mirror every day. Live to the fullest. So every day when you look in the mirror, say, I will live to the fullest today. I choose to live to the fullest. I believe in my fullest potential. I believe in the fun things in life. I want to live life like it's meant to be lived. I'm going to go all out. So that's your mental segment. For your physical, we have overhead press. It's actually a pretty simple one. I was going to say easy, but it depends on what you're lifting. If you choose to lift weights and stuff. Anyway, you could be a lifter. If you don't feel like doing that, feel free to Google this. Because, yeah, only so much time. I'm literally doing 3 different segments of these for my Insta, my TikTok, and my YouTube. I want to try and do different content on all of them to make things more fun. So, yeah. If you don't feel like doing this part, feel free to try my Tries? Okay. Feel free to try my exercise and subliminal program. It's literally dream body subliminal. What's subliminal? Basically words that tap into your subconscious mind. What is your subconscious mind? It's that part of your mind that you don't necessarily tap into and don't necessarily know is there, like on a conscious level. You have your conscious mind, your regular everyday thinking mind, and then you have your subconscious mind, which is like stuff that's been programmed in. It's kind of like programming your mind to believe in certain things. And it will also help you start learning in order to create that into your new reality. So maybe you're not really aware of subliminals. Be very careful with what subliminals you use. I always list my affirmations in all of mine. Mine are pretty easy, but if something is too difficult to you, feel free to just walk fast in place, okay? And then walk slow at the very end just to get your heart rate down at a good pace and rest. All right, and for your spiritual, what should we be grateful for today? Exercise feels good, number 33. I am so grateful that I can move my body. I am so grateful that when I exercise, hope molecules are released into my body and puts me in a better mood. This is true. Look it up. There are certain molecules within your body. There's certain chemicals and stuff that get released in your body when we move it. And it's a very good feel-good thing. That's why it's good to move. I'm so grateful I can move my body. I'm so grateful I have the opportunity to exercise, because some people literally cannot move at all whatsoever. So I'm proud that exercise feels good. If not to me, it feels good to my body, because when you don't use that muscle mass, you lose it. And sometimes what you can go to is called muscle atrophy, to where you can no longer use those muscles. It's part of that. You don't use it, you lose it, okay? It's kind of a thing. So we are grateful that exercise feels good. Even if not in that moment, it feels good after, and we should praise ourselves and feel accomplished. Now it's time to make a wish. Make your wish. Number 4, make your wish. Wish made? Wonderful. Now, think of a yes or no question. Have you thought of it? All right. Now you'll answer. It's a yes. It's kind of a small yes. I'm kind of getting, for you, it might be like, can I do this kind of question. I think this question involves something to do with your belief system, like maybe you question whether or not it's possible. Anything is possible. As Alice says, try to believe in 5 impossible things before breakfast. And sometimes it comes true. I always try to imagine what's the best possible thing that can happen to me right in this moment, and sometimes it comes true. So, from me to you, anything is possible. Even things I never thought possible have happened to me, and I'm just like, what in the actual what? Anyway, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, would I be making my own subliminals? I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. That sounds hard, but I did it. Did I think I'd ever make, like, child me had dreams of making my own music, and I never thought that was possible, but I did it. So, for me to you, anything is possible. Okay? Maybe you need to hear that. 5 years ago, none of this I would have believed. But now, I can believe in anything. Literally. People are like, can you imagine this? Yes, I can imagine anything. The question is, do I want to? So, this is what I have for you, number 4. Many blessings. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I appreciate you. I love you. Love, Magigoddess. Oh my gosh, the Barbie song is playing in my head. Anything is possible. I'm unstoppable. Okay. Many blessings to you all. Eat well, rest well, hydrate well. Many blessings to all of you, my loves. I love you. Love, Magigoddess.